All right, today we're going to talk about kinetic and gravitational potential energy. We're going to talk about kinetic and gravitational potential energy. It'd be math, so you'll need your computer out. Antoine, get that hood off, please. You need your computer out, and you still talking, so you'll be sitting after the bell. So, yes, sir. Yes, Marcus. Yes, Marcus. Yes. Okay, so you should have your Chromebook out. You're going to need a calculator. You should have your Chromebook out. You're going to need a calculator. Like I said, today we're talking about kinetic and gravitational potential energy. Kinetic and gravitational potential energy. There are two equations. Kinetic energy equals mv squared divided by 2. Okay, that's our first equation. Kinetic energy equals mv squared divided by 2. Remember, kinetic energy is the energy of motion. Okay, the energy of motion. Our other equation is GPE, gravitational potential energy, equals mass times gravity times height. Okay, mass times gravity times height. So if an object is moving, which equation are you going to use? Go ahead. No. It's moving. KE. KE, because if it's moving, you'll have a speed. Okay, if it's moving, you'll have a speed. But is that some height? It is, you'll use your GPE equation. Okay, you'll use your GPE equation. So, work some examples this day. I'll post this video. Okay, I'll post this video in case you have any questions about which way to do it. Our first example. Justin has a 1.25 kilogram bottle on his head that is 2.5 meters high. Calculate the energy. Calculate the energy. So our first question in this, when we ask to calculate the energy, is what type of energy are we calculating? Kinetic energy or gravitational potential energy? We calculating kinetic energy or gravitational potential energy? Why? You're correct, but why? No. Somebody help him out. He's correct. Why we calculate? Antoine, yes, sir. But why? It most certainly worked. Did you not charge it up? Why am I calculating GPE? Go ahead. It's not moving. It's at a height. Okay. If I'm giving something with just meters, if it's just meters, it will be GPE. Okay. So. Hey, it got back working. I'm so excited. It's only like its second day in it. Okay. So I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. All right, so GPE equals mgh. So what's the mass? I heard the answer somewhere else. 1.25 kilograms is mass. Times, what's the gravity? Wrong. What's the value of gravitational acceleration? This is one of your vocabulary terms. The value of gravitational acceleration. This was one of your vocabulary terms. Acceleration due to gravity. No. 9.8. 9.8. Yes, sir. So G, unless it's not on Earth, you assume, unless it tells you explicitly, just as not on Earth, you assume he is on Earth. So G was always 9.8. Then times, what's his height? 2.5. on your calculator. What do you get? There you go, divided by. It's all times. You what? 30.6. Anybody else confirm that? That's wrong.
It's 24.6. Hold on, let me redo it.
Wrong.
It's 30.6.
I got 30.625. That's still wrong. That's still wrong. Why is it wrong? Not labeled, doesn't have units. What's the units of energy? No, that's force. Joules. Joules. 30.625 joules. Everything will be joules today. Okay? Everything will be joules today. All right, another example. Another example. Gracie throws a 0.159 kilogram softball at a speed of 14 meters per second. Calculate the energy.
You said what?
Gracie throws a 0.59 kilogram softball at a speed of 14 meters per second. Calculate the energy.
I know it is.
So my first question is it KE or GPE? Mask over nose, Hedge. It's KE. Why? Because it's moving and it has speed. I heard it over here somewhere. So it's KE. Equals, what's the mass? 0.159 times, what's the velocity? 14. Now I have to remember to square the velocity, okay? Divided by 2. How do you do that on your calculator? There's a little squared button. I don't depends what calculator you use.
This one.
Hey, that is the square button. Well, on your calculator, if you go to Desmos, the little A squared thing, the A2 thing, is how you square something. You have to do 14 times 14 in that calculator. 15.5? Oh, that's not right.
Oh, 1.96. What is it?
Either one of those are right.
Is it 196?
Yeah. So 0.159 times 14. I got 15.6. I got 15. Yeah, got 15.518.
But I just got 196.
What?
I got 196.
You used the GPE. Well, you didn't. Let's see what you did.
I got 196.
You had to do 0.159 times 14 squared divided by 2. You just did 14 squared. So the answer is equal to 15.582 joules. Okay, let me pull up decimals on my calculator. I'll show you how to do it. On my screen, I'll show you how to do it. All right, so go to Desmos how to do this. Students, no. Math tools, what calculator did you go to? Scientific? Okay, so to do this, you should do 0.159 times 14, this button right here, this A squared button. You see how I put the 2 up there automatically? That's squared divided by 2. And hit enter. That's what you get. Okay, did everyone see how to do that? So I did 0.1. I'll do it again. Oh, my bad. 0 0.159 times 14 squared is right here. This A2 thing, okay? Divided by 2 equals 15.582. Now let's do another one. Mouse. Daenerys is here, so it might be in his mouth. He likes to eat mice. All right, a 1,200 kilogram plane is 4,700 or 470 meters high. What is the energy? GPE. Give me the GPE one. Yes. Because it does not have a speed, does it? No, so it'd be GPE. So GPE equals, what's the mass? What's the mass? 1,200. Times. What's gravity? No. What's gravity? 9.8. 9.8. That's just number you got to remember. Times, what's the height? 470. So there's no spring, no nothing with this one. This one you put straight in your calculator. What? Well, go ahead, Gracie. Just read the numbers off. 5527. 200 joules. That'd be 5 million.
It's over.
But I want you, I'll make sure you can put it in the calculator yourself, okay? Do another example. And this example, I'm going to let a student go work it out. Who wants to work it out? Come on, Marcus. Come on. No. Come on, Marcus. Come on, Marcus. Oh, God. Too late now. Too late now. Come here, Marcus. Yeah, you need the laptop and the calculator. Yeah. You should be working on to make sure Marcus does it correct, okay? It says a 350 kilogram car travels 72 meters per second. Calculate the energy. He's already wrong. Why is it not GPE? It's got a speed. It's got a speed. Let me tell you, it's your KE equation.
So it's KE?
KE, how much does the speed? MV squared divided by 2 is the equation. MV squared divided by 2 is the equation. But right on the board, what's the mass? Yep. Nope. Times velocity squared. What's the velocity? No, that's G. G is 9.8. 72 squared. 72 squared. Divided by 2.
This time was about though.
So what's the answer? I think Zanari said he has the answer. Anybody else have the answer?
I do. He do not have the right answer. Bro, what that is? I'm looking at what that, bro. What you got?
9,000. Yeah.
You don't have to write in.
It's 907,200. 907,200. I think it's what?
I got 126. 36.
Hey, I have one of those grades.
Right, right. Look what you doing, right there. And stay with public on Facebook. What is it?
907,200.
That's why you don't write it.
Yes, sir. What? Let me call the technology guy and see a second, okay? Very good. I gotta work one more example out. Thank you. And very good.
We doing some work over there?
Yeah, one more example. Yes, ma'am. One more example. Who wants to work it out? Okay, Justin. Give me a second to write it down. We're all working these out. And traveling. It says a 1.4 kilogram pineapple is 4 meters high and traveling 5 meters per second. Calculate the GPE. Calculate the GPE.
Is it time?
Yes.
So it'd be one,
GPE with MGH. With MGH. What's the mass?
1.4.
Write that down. Times the gravity.
9.8.
Times 9.8. Times the height. Now, you did that correctly. How come he did not use the 5 meters per second? He did that correctly. How come he didn't use the 5 meters per second?
70.6.
Because you're using GPE. You will only use the 5 when it's moving, okay? But I asked explicitly for what? GPE. I do not use speed in GPE, do I? So I heard somebody say the answer. What? 54.88. So write that down. So any questions about today? So today your homework is the forms. I encourage you to write the answers down on another piece of paper because if you do not finish the forms, when you close it out, it'll be empty. Okay? So write the answers down on another piece of paper. They're going to be set up. The first question is asking about the equation. First couple questions asked about the equation. Next couple questions are asking about when you use them. And then finally the last, that's wrong, dog. 54.88. Yeah. And then it's going to ask you the same question twice. The first question is going to be what type of energy does it have? Second question is going to be calculate the energy, okay? Anything at a height has GPE, anything with the speed has KE. Go ahead. What? I'll post this video in case you have any questions also. Go back and look at, see what to do.